We're joined now by the head coach of the Cougs, David Riley. And, man, that was a roller coaster ride, this game. Cougs had that lead in the first half. Portland goes on a big run, takes an 8-point advantage in the second half, and the Cougs then just flip the script once again and take the lead, hang on to it. How do you look back on what was such a topsy-turvy affair here?
There was a lot of ups and downs in that game, and I thought that one thing that was pretty consistent till maybe the last minute or so was our defense, and our guys really stuck with the game plan. I thought we did a good job protecting the rim. And that's what wins games on the road in conference. And so I'm really, really proud of our team with that. I thought we could have played a much better game offensively. The first half, we got some good looks, but we also shot, 14 threes and 11 twos or something like that. And I get it, like we're getting good looks, but we got to find ways to attack the paint when they're not falling like that. So some lessons to be learned there. But really, like when I had 4 days off, was looking at our team and what we've done so far. One thing that really popped out was our strength of schedule, and there's Gonzaga is around 20 in the country, St. Mary's around 65, and I think we're at 67, and I think we're the only 3 in the top 100 in the WCC, and so like there's a foundation that we've built that I think is one that's been exposed in every way possible, and it's turned into a house of bricks because any hole in that thing we've had to fill in there and work on it, and it's been exposed at a high level, and so. I thought our lessons we learned in the preseason through that hard schedule really paid dividends. They went on a run, and you play those good teams like we played all preseason. They're going to go on runs. You have to learn how to respond. And guys like Thomas making big offensive rebounds, and Audrey getting in the ball and playing defense like he did. Thought EY and ND had some good rim protection. Like a lot of momentum plays that we were able to fight out of that hole and get some easy buckets and take the lid off that rim.
Yeah, I think Audrey in the last, 3-4 ball games has really showed why he's like a point guard kind of facilitator guy, and but you can't keep him in the game if he can't make free throws, right?
Man, he had 3 threes 2 days ago in practice and was making all his free throws. It's going to come. There's always a little lag time from practice to games. It's going to come.
Reeve Avers ends up being the top scorer for the Cougs in this game with 13, made 3 big three-pointers, also 2 steals in his time out on the court. What was he able to provide there when the Cougs were looking for that offensive punch?
Well, I thought he did a great job moving off the ball, and he benefited from our guys being a little bit more patient offensively, and we were able to find him a little easier. And second game in a row, he's had some big threes in the second half, and once he gets his nose dirty and gets a feel for the game, he's going to make every shot.
I thought the way that Portland kind of switched up the defenses and kind of created chaos on your offensive end, EY really slowed you down once he got into the ball game. And I mean, he kind of moves at a slower pace, so does that contagious to the other ones?
It's funny. We kind of talk about the game plan after games, and we go through what went well as a team, and then I always ask the guys for their shout-outs individually. And the first one that got brought up was the poise that EY played with. Yeah. And they talk about how when he's got the ball, things slow down, the good decisions are being made, and I think that he's he thinks the game really well. He processes things, and he may not talk much, but he's able to affect a lot of different aspects of the game offensively and defensively.
He had his third double-double this season in that last game against Mercer here today, 7 points, but 9 rebounds, 4 assists, also had a block shot in his 33 minutes of action. And you kind of blink in this. I know we talked kind of going into this stretch, that Eastern Washington game. There was an opportunity to build some momentum. A win over Eastern, a win over Mercer, coming on the road here, going 1-0 in conference play. How does it feel for you? How does it feel in that locker room to kind of have that momentum be building at this point?
It's something that's exciting because we've talked about it all year and how we just got to stick with the process. We've got a new group of guys, and we're starting to see some results that are a little more positive. And our guys can play with that and build on that, I think. And we got a hell of a challenge coming up here in 2 days.
Seattle U on tap, and one final thought. I don't know. I know you've got tunnel vision, but when you're you're on the bench. But Eggs pointed this out. There was 7:39 left to go in the game. The Cougs were down 45-43. There was the second to last media timeout, and an unprompted "Go Cougs" chant breaks out here at the Child Center, and then Cougs come out of that timeout. Reeve Avers shortly thereafter hits a 3, and Washington State never trails the rest of the way. Second year in a row that we're sitting here courtside saying, wow, this is such a cool turnout for a road conference game, how the Cougs showed up.
It's unbelievable. Our guys all remembered it when they knew that was our first game. We talked about just how awesome it is to play in front of this alumni base and play at a school like Washington State. And for me personally, I look back in the stands. My sister lives in Portland. My whole family was up here. My dad was up here. My uncle Mike made the drive from Corvallis, and so just a really cool experience to be playing in front of all these Wazoo fans and my family.
That's awesome. Well, congrats on the victory today. Going to be fun coming up on Tuesday to play in front of more Cougs up there at Climate Pledge Arena, and a good one to enjoy the rest of the night, though. 67-62, Cougs beat Portland. Coach, appreciate the time. Thank you.
Go Cougs.